I get it. Sometimes we do not have the energy to cook. Sometimes I just have to take Baby J out to a restaurant or rely on frozen pizza. But if I have just a little bit of energy, just the littlest, then I will take 10 minutes to make a delicious, balanced vegan meal. And yes, you heard that right. We can make balanced, vegan, healthy food in just 10 minutes. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 healthy and balanced, lazy vegan recipes that you can make today. For our first lazy vegan recipe, let's start with lentil tacos. They're lazy lentil tacos. I got that alliteration going. These are so easy. The trick to these is using canned lentils. I know lentils are easy to cook, but they take 30 minutes. We only have 10. So get you some canned lentils, keep them in your pantry so that whenever you are in a bind, you need something quick, they got you. So for this recipe, we are using canned lentils, garlic, diced tomatoes, some cumin and chili powder, frozen or fresh spinach, and we have our tortillas, and we also are going to top those tacos with some sliced avocado, a squeeze of lime, and if you've got some red cabbage, shred a little bit of that up to, just put on the top, make it extra pretty. Start by mincing 1 clove of garlic. If you do not have the energy, that's cool. You can skip it. You can use a garlic press or throw it in your food processor. We're gonna saute our garlic in a little bit of neutral oil. And then once that is golden and brown, you can add half a can of diced tomatoes. Or you can use a fresh tomato. I'm using diced because it's winter time. Cook those tomatoes to reduce any excess liquid and to soften them. I like them nice and soft for this recipe. Once the tomatoes have softened, add your cooked lentils. Now, I'm using canned lentils. They come with a lot of liquid, and they're very difficult to rinse without losing nutrition, protein, fiber, all that good stuff. So put the whole can of lentils straight into your pan, and you can cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes to reduce any of the excess liquid, to thicken up those lentils and bring out more flavor. We're also going to add our seasonings. We have 2 teaspoons each of cumin and chili powder, and we're adding some salt. Cook until that liquid has evaporated and your lentils are nice and thick and creamy. Now you can add your spinach. I'm using frozen spinach, but you can use fresh. Cook it long enough so that it's no longer frozen, or if you're using fresh, so that it is nice and tender. In the meantime, while the lentils are in their last couple of minutes of cooking, warm up some tortillas in the toaster oven or in the microwave, however you want to do it. Now we can make our tacos. Fill the tortillas with the lentil filling and top with avocado slices. I'm using some shredded red cabbage. I also like to top mine with fresh cilantro and a squeeze of lime juice. Bon appetit, or buen provecho. So good. The lentils alone has so much flavor. Paired with the avocado to add healthy fat, more flavor, the lime, perfect meal. Now let's make Baby J's favorite meal. It is so simple, and it reminds me of my favorite meal when I was a little girl, which was rice and peas with salmon. Of course, here we're not using salmon, but we are doing simple rice and peas, and I like to throw in some spinach, sometimes broccoli, with that, and I top it with a delicious creamy tahini sauce that she loves, and so do I. This is still one of my favorite, most comforting meals, and it is so easy to make. Now, the trick to this recipe is having already cooked rice. Rice takes longer than 10 minutes unless you're making white rice, but we're using brown rice here. I always keep some cooked brown rice in the refrigerator. I also like to keep it in the freezer just in case. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have pre-prepared rice at all times if you tend to want to make lazy vegan meals at home. You can also buy pre-cooked rice at the grocery store in the frozen section, or in those shelf-stable little packets that you will see at Trader Joe's, Kroger, all big name stores. Stock up on those if you think you're going to need some rice in a bind and you don't have time to cook it. For the peas and rice recipe, I love that steam, but for the peas and rice recipe, you can use spinach or broccoli. I'm gonna use fresh broccoli because it is so easy. We are gonna steam the broccoli and the peas together in this steam basket and get a full facial while we're doing it. hits the spot. Perfect every time. Now we're gonna make one of my other favorite easy meals, pesto pasta. You can use any green or basil fresh herb for the pesto. However, today I'm gonna use kale because we haven't had that much kale this week. You're gonna need a food processor for this recipe, and that's just gonna help make that pesto in 30 seconds. Very few ingredients, very delicious. If you wanna give this pasta extra fiber and protein, then I recommend using a gluten-free legume pasta like Lupii. I'm gonna use this Lupii rotini, which is full of protein per serving. There are 14 grams of protein and also full of fiber. Very delicious, great with pesto. Use it any way you would use regular pasta. We all know how easy it is to make pasta. So in the time you're making your pasta, boiling it on the stove, you can be making a delicious pesto. I'm gonna use kale for my pesto today, though you could use spinach, basil, you could use arugula, whatever you please. Add fresh kale to your food processor, along with 1 clove of garlic, lemon juice, a half a cup of pumpkin seeds, salt, and extra virgin olive oil. Blend it until it is a nice, thin, chopped up pesto consistency. After about 8 minutes, that pasta should be tender, al dente. Drain the pasta and toss it with the kale pesto. Voila, you are done. Now it's time to eat. I like to top this kale pesto pasta with my walnut miso parm, which is a recipe I have on my blog. I will link it down below. So good. The thing that all of these recipes have in common is that they are balanced. They're also easy and they're also delicious. So what do you think? Are you gonna take 10 minutes to make these recipes? I sure hope so, because they will save you so much money and you'll know that you're eating healthy food at home and not relying on frozen stuff and food from a restaurant. These are just 3 of my go-tos that I make all the time for myself and my daughter. And just a little note on my daughter, these are the types of foods that I make in the morning before I send her off to school. They are that easy and fast. So give them all a try. Let me know what you think. And if you have any other lazy vegan recipes, please share them in the comment section down below. The simple recipes from this video plus more will be in my downloadable free PDF. There is a link to download in the description box down below. Thanks to everyone for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, and tap that like button. Join me back here next week because I'm gonna share the best, most delicious, balanced, colorful like the rainbow, vegan Buddha bowl. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next week. Now let me go back to being lazy. Bye.